I'm not concerned about when something is true. I'm concerned about if something is true. Now, what makes us say that this is a type of the rapture? Well, let me give you a couple points here. Number one, we see that a door opens only twice in the book of Revelation. It opens here in chapter 4, and it opens in chapter 19. In chapter 4, the saints go up, and in chapter number 19, the saints come back. In between that time period, between chapter 4 and chapter 19, is the meat of the tribulation period. And you cannot find the church with a search warrant. It is absolutely stunning that in chapter 2 and 3, you've got under the angel of the church, under the angel of the church, under the angel of the church, and then boom, goes quiet. And let the Spirit hear what the Spirit says to the churches, what the Spirit says to the churches, what the Spirit says to the churches. Then all of a sudden, boom, the Spirit's not talking to the churches anymore. You have to disassociate yourself from textual reality, not to see that you've got church, 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 and then all of a sudden, boom, gone, and then all of a sudden, chapter 19, you've got the bride that has made herself ready, the armies, which are the bride and the armies of the church, returning with the Lord Jesus Christ. Very, very, very similar to the setup of 1 Thessalonians raptured out, 2 Thessalonians, here we come back with him. So, under this doctrinal highlights, I want to pause and say that the idea that the rapture is some kind of low-hanging, lowbrow fruit is just not true. I believe it's found in the text. I believe it's found in the mystery teachings of Paul. And I believe it's found in other passages of typology and shadow throughout the Bible. Now, some people say, well, the rapture wasn't around until C.I. Scofield. A, that's not true, but B, I could care less. I'm not concerned about when something is true. I'm concerned about if something is true. And this, I believe, is true. And some of the material I gave you bears out a lot more study.